holism is that we are not just one part of our being. We have several different factors that are all feeding into this being that we are. So we have our physical body and our physical structure. And we can have problems that occur at the physical structure, which can cause pain, inflammation, discomfort, whatever it is that we're experiencing, some negative symptoms. But we also have deeper layers of ourselves. So we also have an emotional body. And I'm using the terms different bodies. This is a yoga concept, but can be found across a lot of different forms of medicine. And the emotional body could be where a root cause of an issue is, in which case we may experience symptoms in our physical body, but their cause isn't necessarily in the physical body, it's in the emotional body. Or we can go a level deeper than that, and it can be in the energetic body. So it can be the way that energy is flowing. I'm trying to think of a good example for you here. So, for instance, an energy body is very much impacted by our chakras. We have, it's debatable, but let's say the most commonly agreed upon is 7 chakras throughout the body. And these chakras relate to different physical structures, different emotions, different behavioral patterns. So we might have gut inflammation. Let's say we've got alternating constipation and diarrhea, bloating, abdominal cramping and pain, and IBS type symptoms that just don't seem to go. They may improve for a little while, but then they just come right back around again. And this is a key. If we find that we're treating the physical body and we get a bit of relief for a short term, but then something comes back again, that usually means that the root cause is not in the physical body. It's in a different body. So let's say we have these issues and we treat them. We might do pharmaceuticals or herbals or whatever. You might work with somebody to change your diet. It helps a little bit for a while, but then the same symptoms come back around again. That's when we get to start looking at, okay, when do those symptoms occur most? A lot of people who struggle with IBS will say that it happens a lot more during periods of high stress. Their symptoms can actually really dissipate and can even disappear altogether when they don't feel particularly stressed. But when they're stressed, that's when a lot more of the symptoms will come up. So then there's a very clear emotional link there. Is it an emotion that's causing this? Is it because our whole system has become so flooded with stress hormones that the gut is trying to get our attention to tell us something needs to change? Or is it a step deeper than that? Is it something to do with our own behaviors, which can be coming out of the energy body instead? So the third chakra is the one that has the most impact on the digestive system. And that is also our center of personal power. That is our space where we define ourselves, where we get to make change in the world. We get to decide what we are putting out into the world, and we get to take action. If we are not taking the actions that are aligned with who we truly are and what we truly want, then there can be an energetic disturbance there as well. And this might sound a little far-fetched, but I've spoken to quite a few other functional medicine practitioners about this as well. And a friend and I have a joke about this now in terms of parasites. Whenever somebody comes in with a parasite and we do all their testing, we do all their labs, and we can see, oh, they've got this parasite or the other, we may know that, right, what we're treating here is a physical parasite. But from experience, we also know that that means there's going to be some big change in this person's life. Because when we clear out parasites, people just get all this, the extra physical energy and things, obviously, that come with that, but they get this extra sense of power and change. And it seems to happen every time. 6 months later, someone who came to me with a parasite infection is now leaving her husband, quitting her job and moving overseas, for example, and making all these huge life changes. The number of divorces, house moves, career changes that seem to happen when we're healing gut issues, I don't think is a coincidence. It's something that comes alongside that, because all of these systems work together. The mental, the emotional, the physical, and the energetic are all different layers of the same thing.
Yeah, it's interesting as you use that example of, so a woman comes to you, you help her eradicate parasite from the body. The example you used was, oh, she left her husband and went abroad and whatever. What I was thinking was maybe she felt like her husband was a parasite in her
This
life.
is this is exactly where the energetic aspect of it comes in. So parasites in particular are the metaphysical form of a parasite is an energetic parasite. So we can have a physical parasite, like we might have some kind of worm or um, some kind of fluke, for example, that's eating into our organs, taking our nutrition, taking our nutrients so that the body doesn't have any left. But we can extrapolate that to a much bigger level in life. Where are we allowing people, things, environments, tasks to take our energy when they don't give anything back? And there is always something. Gut issues and boundaries are best friends for this reason. If
Mm.
we've got parasites, we're always taking in parasites. Humans live in an environment that means we're always taking in parasites. However, if our digestive system is working properly, our immune system is working properly, we should be able to take in those parasites and they should pass through our body fairly easily.
Mm.
They will hang around if we create the perfect environment for them to hang around. So that's usually some physical stuff, like things not moving through the system properly, eating the wrong kind of foods for our body, those kind of things. Um, and having high levels of stress, intestinal permeability, and things. But the reason that we have all those things in the first place can be because we have not put our boundaries in place. We are leaking energetic energy all over the place. We have these energy leaks coming out. We are over giving, particularly as women. We've been
Mm.
taught from a very young age that we have to be sweet and nice and treat others how you want to be treated. So other people's needs always come first, especially in mothers
Hmm.
or somebody with a mother archetype. Absolutely, always about giving, giving, giving to others. And we can end up becoming martyrs. When we are giving more than we want to give, when we are giving more than we actually have available to give and still look after ourselves, that becomes the same kind of parasitic energy.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, obviously you were talking specific about parasites, but is there any other connection between, energetics and other types of gut issues, or is it?
Yeah, absolutely. So chronic constipation tends to be about not letting things go,
Hmm.
wanting to hold on to things. This is definitely something I found in my life.